What's up? What's up? What's up? Smash the like button. Exactly, man. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Flash 88. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, we got some red. You know, it's like, what's this? Like, yeah, like Farquhar. Yeah. We got some red, and I guess what's happening right now is something like what I was talking about a few days ago that was going to happen in September. We'll see how prolonged this is, but like I've been saying, if you're experiencing a bull run, it's not going to go straight up every single week, and I got a lot of people hating on me for that when I was saying that. It was kind of crazy. Been a really like wild his last few videos, right? First, I make a video saying that Casper might take a dump in September, which is common for the whole crypto market every single September in the post-halving year. And I get a whole bunch of people crying about it. All right, and then I make a video about calling everybody crybabies. And if you saw my last video, the one from yesterday, man, it was like one guy called a man from Bogota. He commented on my video, man. He really resonated with me, man. I was like, oh my God. And I made a video all about that. And basically, if you haven't seen that, the gist is he's talking about how all us influencers, us Kaspa KOLs and influencers and stuff, we keep giving these really conservative estimates for Kaspa, and we could be sealing our own doom or something like that. I guess it's sort of like nobody's FOMOing into it because we keep on saying that Casper's, going to 5 cents again, and Casper's not going to go more than $3 and all this stuff like that. Meanwhile, people with SUI and XRP, they're all saying, in Solana, they're all saying it's going to 100x, freaking 100x XRP. Mathematically impossible. Yet the influencers keep saying it, and people keep buying into it. And like, it doesn't happen with Casper. So I went down the line, and I started comparing, basically I was comparing, let me pull up a calculator here. There was, somebody called me out, 2 people called me out with one of the calculations that I made. And they were right. I said something like an 800x, and it should have been more like 100x. Let's open up a calculator. All right. Just to set the record straight. Yeah. I was saying, if, as they've been predicting, the total crypto market cap is 8 trillion, right? And so let's say this is in trillions. It's going to be 8 trillion, the top of the bull run. Solana's market cap share last cycle was 2.6%, right? So if Kaspa takes 2.6% of the market cap share this cycle, right? First, we got to do the math. So we say times, so you want to do a percent, right? So this is 2%. This is 2.6, right? You get 208 billion, right? Kaspa's current, let's do this in real time. So Kaspa's current, bring this down. Hold on. Kaspa's current market cap, let's do this. I want to talk about some KRC20. It's crazy, right? Yeah. Nice with KROAK. All right, 2.73. Right? So we got 208 billion divided by 2.37 billion current market cap. Right? So we got an 87x. Right? So we'll do an 87x. Let's just do this whole amount right here. Let's just copy this. Right. So to put you with a 7, pretty much an $8 Kaspa, right? And this is like realistic. Everybody would say, people like be hating on this. Like, you're a moon boy, but this is realistic. I mean, Solana's market cap share was 2.6% of total market cap last cycle. So why why aren't all the KOLs talking like this? Why are we all saying Casper's going to be like $3? You know, and it's like I don't know. I saw it. He really hit me hard with that comment. I don't know if let me pull it up in case in case any of you guys haven't seen that other video where I explained it. Hold on. Let me hold second. Yeah, man from Bogota. Hold on. Oops. Yeah, so let me put this on the other screen. Hold on. Here we go. So $1,000 Kaspa. Yeah. This is going to be a $1,000 Kaspa. No, it wasn't this one. Hold on. Yeah, it was the previous. So this is me responding to his comment. So this is a lovely crybaby. Casper crybabies. A bunch of crybabies, I tell you that. Where is it? Isn't not this one? Unless he deleted his comment. Oh. Unless it was in here. Something to keep track. So this is when I was talking about how Casper's going to take a dip. Dude, Mr. Man from Bogota, did you delete your comment, bro? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I'm going to slap this guy. Like a CG slap right there. What the hell? This is going to be a real hard time. All right, so let me So the last couple of days, yeah. So yeah, this is right here. I think what Casper needs is sometimes sometimes his influencers hype the coin or who are very bullish. I just hear that maybe it's going to 60 cents or 86 cents in bullish scenarios. If we don't start believing in the project or being bullish and posting Casper to $10, Casper to $30, Casper to $50, right? This cycle, we're cooked. So who's going to look at the project who's going to look at this project when, everyone is saying XRP, Solana, Sui are all saying it's going to 100x. Who cares if it's true or not? So like old Casper influencers are saying, we're going down, we're going to 5 cents again. You think you're helping? Dude, I hope you didn't delete that comment. That was awesome. Unless I'm just not seeing it here. If you're watching, but yeah, I think that was awesome. I was like, damn, this guy is absolutely right. Hold up, here we go. Yeah, I mean, it is true, and it's not like it's not like this, like my prediction right now that I just did by calculating Solana's market share of the crypto market cap last cycle. It's not like it's out of the ordinary. It's like it's not mathematically impossible like some of these XRP predictions, right? XRP this cycle maybe is going to do it 2-3x, but it's definitely not going to do like 100x like everybody keeps promising. So it's like yeah, like what's going on with all of us? Like, why are we not hyping it up more? So yeah, that's what I'm getting into, and we'll see how this changes. People are responding pretty good. I've seen some good comments on Twitter. People talking about, one guy says at first you're like, what the fuck? It's like $1,000 Kaspa, and then the guy was like, when he reposted, he was like, when he started listening to it and he started thinking about it, and he was like, this is true. So, but going back to what started all this, when I was saying that Casper is going to dump hard along with the rest of the crypto market because there's going to be a retracement because everybody believes there's going to be rate cuts. And then when it happens, it's going to pull back because the market is already pricing it in. And with Casper, it's already pricing in smart contracts. So Casper might pull back hard in September. But we're getting this pullback right now. And it's crazy, dude. Look at this. It's like, it's the chance of a rate cut not happening now is at 15%. It's actually worse than yesterday. Yesterday was at 5%. Like, holy crap, when I made my video, right? I think I showed it in my video from yesterday. 5%, bro. Unreal, man. You know, 15% right now. It's like, it's crazy. So we're getting a pullback. I mean, we're getting something that's really turning things red and turning it red hard. Typically, every post-halving year, the month of October is always positive, is always green. So we'll see what happens this time around. I think this bull cycle is very, very different from the last one. So we'll see what happens. Still remains in question if this is just another run-up and a much more extended bull run, and it's going to be like a bull run top next year, or if it's if it is the bull run top. If it is, then it'll probably be like 2017, where it just pumps like crazy in the last few months of the year. I don't believe that it's just going to be like a run up that extends all the way out into January and February. I don't, like, the economy just hasn't been strong enough these last 2 years for that to happen. I mean, what you need is the money flowing and pumping within the 18 months to 24 months prior to the bull run top, as I pointed out in a lot of videos. You see a money supply top before year and a half to 2 years before every single Bitcoin top. So that hasn't happened yet. The top, they say the QE top, is going to be like mid next year. So it sort of aligns up with a different theory that we might get a bull run top this year as expected, but slightly disappointing. And then maybe a 2-year top next year, because a lot of these billionaires are talking about a $1.5 million Bitcoin in 2027, which would imply that there's going to be a 2-year cycle. It's interesting. And I compare it to the 2013 cycle, which lasted 2.5 years. So that thing about a cycle being 4 years is a myth. There have been, I keep saying it, for those of you who haven't heard it, there have been 4 cycles already, and only 2 of them have been 4 years. And the last one, right, the last 2 have been 4 years, and the last one was cut short by COVID. So, anyways, yeah, I found this is funny. Yeah. Bitcoin, gold. Yeah, but gold is just like that. Gold just like stays constant. It just totally stays constant. I remember I did a video about gold like 2 years ago, like all about gold. And it's like we were saying like an ounce of gold will get you like a really nice men's suit today. And 2,000 years ago, an ounce of gold would have gotten you a really nice men's suit. Something like that. It just stays continuously constant. So, which is good. You hedge yourself against inflation, but you don't really make any money. And here's one guy. Don't be this guy. I've seen this going around. I wish I had kept my Bitcoin 1,700. He bought at 6 cents instead of selling it at 30 cents. Now it's worth $8. Yeah, man. Don't be this. I hope this guy bought back in, because I would just easily buy. I wish I knew about Bitcoin when it was $8. I had no idea. Let me check out some of these comments. Yeah, let's go KROAK. I'm going to talk about that too. Yeah, you know what happened with KROAK? Last night, usually I like to get in with KROAK. Whenever I see it go under a 300K market cap, I like to buy a little bit and just keep on accumulating. And I saw it go to 297. I was like, yeah, last night. It was like 297. And it was still dumping hard. It was still going down. I was like, oh, it hasn't found its bottom yet. Let me just go to sleep. I was like, so 297. I was like, oh, the last thing I did was look at KROAK. And I was like, let me just, rather than make a buy, let me go to sleep. When I woke up, the thing is pumping like crazy. It went to like 400K, like while I was sleeping. I was like, I thought it was just going to find a bottom when I was asleep, but almost. It happens like that. in crypto. You're not allowed to sleep when you're in a bull run, man. Kango, yes, I think Kango is awesome. Yeah, I don't have too much of Kango, but more of my money is in KROAK and Conan. What else? And Nacho and Kiro. Yeah, yeah, I've a little bit of Kango. What's up? What's up? What's going on? Yeah, what is it? Oh, same person actually with Kango. Yeah, Kango's cool. Yeah, Kango's cool. You're here for the KROAK hype. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, KROAK is like, I think KROAK is the best play on KRC20. Hands down, I think it. I saw this article too. Now, this is when I go back and forth between my house in upstate New York and in Alabama. I pass by these stations all the time, Sheets. So I was like, oh, this is cool. So how do you get a 50% discount if you're paying in crypto? How do they even do that? Like, their markup is so huge that they're completely okay with taking 50% off. I don't know. It's really interesting. Like, why not? I mean, if that's the case, the next time I pass by one of these stores, I'll stop at one of them. I was just telling somebody today that the Wawa stations, right? The Wawas, I guess these, for those of you who are from the eastern side of the US, I don't think these are anywhere in the western side, right? There's Wawas all over the place in Pennsylvania and Jersey. And then they're down in Florida, but there's none in between. And then Sheets is like all in between. It's strange. But yeah, this is if you find any deals like this, yeah, just try to take advantage of them. Send them my way too. It's interesting. Here we go, Kaspa. So this is going to this is definitely going to happen. And they're going to pump our bags. All right. Totally. What else we do? So, Coin Sensei. What I don't understand, why meme coins in the top 10, top 5, but Casper is the greatest proof of work L1 is slept on. I don't get it. Also meme coins get listings. Oh, that's a different story. Yeah, because meme coins usually have insiders, and they have a pre-allocated stash of their token, you know, for marketing and stuff like that, to actually pay the exchanges for listings. So it's different with Caspa. Caspa is just proof of work. There's nothing like that. There's not like a marketing bag from Kaspa that the devs have. So the exchanges have to just accumulate it. So what the strategy here is, when the market goes nuts, like absolutely nuts, and retail is jumping in and everybody's jumping in and trying to buy the best new hyped up coin, Coinbase and Binance and these exchanges are going to list Kaspa exactly when that happens. They're not going to do it beforehand, right? So they're going to hype up Kaspa to a point where everybody just wants to buy it. So that is why it would definitely have a huge amount of pumping potential. It's not like a proof of stake that's centralized and they have, you know, coins that they can just print out of nowhere. Like the Fed printing dollars is not a proof of stake. It's not a meme coin that has a pre-mint. So that, I mean, that's why this is Casper's first bull run, and it needs to get through it. And it's not going to happen until like the very end of the bull run, the last month or 1 month or 2 months. So we'll see what happens, right? If this is just another run up that's about to happen right now, and it's not the real Bitcoin top, and that's going to happen like next year, then I guess the the powers that be, the ones in charge of, you know, the exchanges, they know that, and they're probably calculating everything, and they're running these analysis, and they're like, okay, you know, we'll list Kaspa next time. So, you know, it might not even happen now if this is not the real Bitcoin top this year. So we'll see. Yeah, it's all about the money. Yeah. All right, look at that. You bought a few hundred KROAK last night. Yeah, yeah. You bought a few hundred of, a few 100,000. I think you mean, right? A few 100,000. Yeah, I bought another 100,000 of KROAK last week, and I saw a dip below 300K, and I saw it do that last night. And I was like, everything is dumping. Let me just buy some more when I wake up. And it was a little bit different when I woke up. It was pumping like crazy. What's up? What's going on, Big J? Yeah, KROAK, Broke, Bocce, and Simon will all do very well. Yeah, I know. So, the teams are working their butts off. Yeah, so Simon. Yeah, let me pull up Simon. Simon. Hold on. Simon is like really elusive. It's just launched stealthily, right? Simon. For those of you who don't know, Simon is a interesting play. Supposedly, some of the same folks that worked on these projects that Big J just mentioned are the same folks that launched this project, and it's on ETH. And it's a gator. Yeah, so check this gator out, you guys, if anybody's watching. 600K. It pumped, what was the market cap? It pumped up to 700K. So hopefully it's gonna consolidate right now. You can get in. But and yeah, it looks like this is gonna be another big one. And it's on ETH, which is interesting. It's on ETH. On ETH. Yeah, we've been seeing ETH tokens are gonna pump first. As we've seen ETH pumps, you know, then the ETH tokens are probably going to pump before the base tokens, because we haven't seen base season at all, but not by a long shot. I got a new broke video almost ready to go. My hyper edited broke video, like I did for KROAK. Question is, when we're going to launch it. So I'd rather launch it when things are pumping and there's hype coming in. Not when things look like this, all red. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's go back to KROAK. Yeah, I haven't actually. Am I following KROAK? I haven't seen the profile in a while. I haven't gone there in a while. Yeah, when a few KRC20 names are quietly climbing double digits, it's early signs of a bigger run, or is it just signs of liquidity? Yeah, it's really interesting that KROAK out of nowhere started pumping like in the last 12 hours like crazy. Somebody big wanted to get in, I guess. Hold on. So I'm following it. I don't know. I guess you know what? Let me do this. Let me get notifications. Yeah, that's why. Pretty boy swag, my niggas pretty too. What's this? Yeah, it's gonna be wild when you see my broke video. It's gonna be really wild. The question is, when are we gonna launch it? Did I just Oh, I found this. I was calculating this. This is yeah, Millionaire Couple. She makes 100K. He makes 75. Right? They clear bad debt, right? Credit cards, personal loans, and car loans. They live off her income and invest his. At 8% growth, they'll have $1 million in 10 years. Building wealth is easy. It's 100 times easier when you share goals you part. This is kind of dumb. So you're looking for an 8% growth so you can have $1 million in 10 years. You invest 75K over the last a year into Kaspa or into Turbo, you know, or something like that. You're gonna have a lot more than $1 million, and you'll do it in this in this bull run. So I look at people when these stock people sometimes, and I don't see how people just go nuts over like a 8 or 10% return a year. It's really strange. I mean, it's good if you make a lot of money in crypto. You want to diversify and take some of those earnings and put it into different places, put it in different investments. Maybe you want to, you know, put it into an ETF. So, you know, just here and there, spread it out, maybe buy some real estate, buy some other stuff. But working nonstop for that and just for that, I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, I guess when you can do other things. By the way, you guys, hit that like button.
Speaking of being friendly, did you know that the most friendliest thing that you can do today is to give that like button a pound? Seriously, I'm looking for some new friends, and if you want to be my friend, just hit that like button. I'm like the friendliest guy on the planet. Trust me. And by the way, if you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down so I can track you down and beat you senseless.
Hit that like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Don't forget. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. What else we going on? Conan, yeah, Conan doesn't wag his tail, it salutes. Yeah, Conan. Let's go back to Conan. What about all the KRC20s? What are they doing? Casper is the only one down by 3%. I wouldn't necessarily call that a steal. It's at like 6 million. Or a steal with Casper would probably be like 3 million. So yeah, I don't know if at this point now, I don't know if any of these things are going to come down. Depending on what happens. Now, if we get in September, on September 17th, if we don't get a rate cut, we could get another crash for at least a week or two or something. People are not going to like that news when there's no rate cut. And then we might get some more deals, which is always good to swing trade. But so things might start pumping again between now and the next, you know, and between now and September 17th. And then you could probably take out a little bit, cash out, take some profits, get some dry powder available so that you can buy back in when if and when it does happen. And if it doesn't happen, at least you have dry powder, so you walk away with something. Don't be scared to take profits. Don't be scared. Other than that, you guys, I think I'm gonna call it all. I think I'm gonna call it a night right now. I'll do a longer live stream tomorrow. I'll have my beer with Kaspa video tomorrow, I think. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Hit that like button, the subscribe button. Click the link in the description below. I didn't give my my sales pitch about my community, my shameless plug. But yeah, if you wanna take advantage of a lot of these X's, yeah, I've been trying to input these things because I got a lot of craziness going on with all these bots that we've been creating and finding new coins. We just did a 9x in a coin yesterday off of a coin we just got the previous day. So I made a buy alert on one call that was found by my insider alert process. This bot, calling it a bot is doing it an injustice with the logic it has in finding these coins. But Wednesday, I went and found a coin. I put out an alert for it. I tell everybody this looks good, and then yesterday, the next day, it's at a 9x. I'm selling. I'm taking profits. So we're like nonstop. Even on the red days, we're finding crazy amounts of stuff. So click the link in the description if you're interested, and I'll catch you guys